Hey, Trish, thanks for joining. Papa Juan, thank you for joining. Just getting set up here. How's everybody tonight? Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and pin this as well. Just let everybody know we're live. How about you? Okay, doing great. Thank you for joining. Tonight, we're going to go over a few things I have lined up for the show, but I'm always willing to take requests. If there's something specifically you're looking for, definitely let me know. Um, if you have any questions about the products, let me know. So just to kind of do a table scan. Hey, Pepper Crystals, thanks for coming over. Oh, Tella, thank you for promoting. That's wonderful. Okay. So for a table scan tonight, we're gonna do amethyst. I've got Vera Cruz amethyst. One of them is a really nice anhydro. I've got Turkish amethyst as well. There's some Herkimer petroleum included, Herkimer diamond parcels. I've got Benitoite from California, small triangles. We'll go over those. I have a huge amethyst, so, not amethyst, but ammonite that we're going to sell tonight. So some lucky person's going to get an ammonite that's about 9 inches and 4 pounds. And then I have Boulder opal carvings, cabochons, and necklaces, pendants. So we'll go over those. They're my favorites. You can see some of these amazing Boulder opals. We've got Tabasco agates. I wanted to share, this is a new item on my store. So this is the buyer's give you tonight. The Atlas Tumble Set World. So the world set includes rutilated quartz, shungite, malachite, Shivalingam stone, and Kambaba stone. So this is a limited series on my website, and tonight's buyer's givey. We do run follower giveys, so be sure to follow. Every 5 purchases, we'll do a follower givey. Here's a Boulder opal pendant. We also have next week is our shaped and polished show. So I do have some of the points and towers and spheres out. If anybody wants to have a preview of that and run one of those tonight, we can do that. I've got some tanzanite parcels as well, and some aquamarine from Maine. That's one's from Maine and one's from Pakistan. You can see the light blue is from Pakistan. But this is all the different carvings of Bulger opal and pendants. I also have, if anybody's interested, we're going to show these. These are opalized clams from Coober Pedy, Australia, known for its white opals and beautiful opal flash. So this is a clam came out of the earth, all opalized like that. And then this one is, these two have been split in half. So we'll show those. So you can buy a half or a whole or 2 halves and a whole. We got a number of pendants that are already shaped and polished. We'll go through some of those. And then these are a couple of Lightning Ridge. If if you got deep pockets, we got some beautiful Lightning Ridge black opals. And I'll do that all night because I'm not a professional. But let's see. We'll get that in better light. Let's see if that helps. Yeah. Hmm. I'll figure it out. Can't miss those. But let's go ahead. Let's see. Kevin said he's loving your large ammonite, right? Yes. So that is really cool. And um it has great veining in it. And on the edges, it's got that, shimmery sparkle. It's got some red flash and some blue flash, but I love the actual veining on the ammonite. That's what Madagascar is known for, in their ammonites. So I'm listing that for only $200. Um, that's by retail $400 to $600 piece. But seriously, it needs to go to a new home. It's large and in charge, and I have some more coming. So I need to make room. It doesn't necessarily go with the stand, because I do have another one coming, but it is beautiful. Does it come with the stand? I'm anticipating your questions. Do you need a stand? If you need it, I will give it to you. I just got it off of Amazon, but I do have some other ammonites coming. Um, do Kevin, do you want me to run the ammonite? We can go ahead and do that. It has to go tonight. And if it's calling to you, it means that you need it. Okay, give us a second. Thank you for coming in, everyone. Follow the show, bookmark this show. I usually go live every Thursday night. This week I did tonight, so we'll see if Fridays work better. But we're talking about it. Okay. The peppers are talking, guys. The peppers are talking. So definitely follow, bookmark. Let's run something just to get going. I also have Boulder Opal Rough if anybody wants a little piece of the Boulder Opal Rough. But I think, who wants to go? What do you want to go first? Do you want to work on some amethyst, or do you want to work on some Boulder Opal? Hey, does it glow? Thanks for joining. Come on in and set a spell. I don't have too much that glows, but I do have some um, petroleum included, and Herkimer diamonds. And I split them into two parcels of 36 carats. But this one is my favorite because it has less and they're not as clear. But of course, petroleum's not going to be as clear. But if you see this one right here, it's a twin double term. You got to love Herkimers. And I'm just running these for $20. So you can pick your parcel. These are petroleum included. These are much clearer, and you have a few more pieces, but it's the box. Yeah, so each parcel is $20. And I'll go ahead and run that as a buyer's choice. Let's do that. Get our feet wet. So buyer's choice on that. Hey, Bill, thanks for joining. Mystic Link Wraps. Oh my goodness, I have your necklace on. I have to show everybody. Oh, congratulations. Okay, so A has the little double term. B has a little bit few more crystals in it. A or B? I don't know. Well, I mean, do you like the cool formations or of would the double terms get you? Or do you like just having a lot of crystals in your pocket? Because this is just a number of, and this one actually has a little, do you see the little bitty one? It's hard to show here, but that little thing right there is a double term Herkimer diamond. It's so cute. I mean, it's a grain of sand or a double term. But yeah, A or B. Yeah. Okay. Then you should have this one. Thank you. Thank you for your purchase. And everybody will get something fun as a little lanyard in their purchases. So this is a first one for you, but anybody who's purchased from me before knows you get a little fun givey just for buying. And let's run this one again. We'll run this one more time. Let's see. $20 the full set. This is 36 carats, double term, petroleum included, Herkimer diamonds. Look at the glow. Love a little bit of does it glow. And I have a lot more Herkimers, but these are the only ones I have with the petroleum. So can we look at the boulder next? Yes, you can. So I like to show the rough first so you can get an idea of what boulder opal is. Maybe some of you know, but boulder opal is from Western Australia as opposed to Cooper Pedy down in Southern Australia, but in the Melbourne area. But in the ironstone, you'll get these little white seams. And that is the opal. Um, let's see if we can get a good one here. Well, that's got a whole little bit of opal on the edge. So we would have to shine that up a little bit. So let's see if I can find one here. But you can see the patterns of the red and this is all tiger's eye. And then there'll be the ironstone in it too, which is hematite, which actually turns that stuff red. Hey, Jean, thanks for joining. So in the boulder opal, artisans will carve and accentuate these seams. And so these are, I would say, traditional, but not necessarily Aboriginal themed carvings. I always like to make pictures out of them. I think this one's kind of a centipede. And these are all, oh, let's see. Oh, these are all $150. So we are talking opal, and these are pretty chunky chunks. So I hope you can see that. This one is likely, no, it's to me, it's got a face. Some kind of alien face, maybe. But if you look at it like this, maybe it's a bird. Snake, maybe? Yeah. And so these are also buyer's pick at 150. This one I think is a foot. I think this one is a fish. And let's see if we can get that. I'm going to try to do a zoom. I learned how to zoom. Let's see. Is it too much? Oh my goodness, too much. Oh my Lord. Let's try it again. Zoom out and zoom in. There we go. Was that any closer? There we go. So this one's just got a lot of fun. There's some purple down there. That's fun. Green and blue and looks like a fish. This is my stunner. And I think I paid 150 for this. So that whoever gets this is just gonna keep me from making, I just want everybody to have it. Hey, Rocket Minerals, John, thanks for joining. We're looking at Boulder Opal. These are all on this tray are all 150 each. They're hand carved to accentuate the opal. That one's amazing. This one was the first one we showed, so we've seen that one, and then this is the last one. So let's run this auction. Buyer's choice. I do have $100 ones. I just wanted you to see the difference. So we're starting with the 150. And that probably tells you that the ones in the back are a little bit more than that. Okay. So we got some flashy light blue, but also little pockets. And I just love these. Ironstones are very grounding anyway. And opal is not an actual mineral. It makes up its own rules. It's actually quartz in little balls of water in the quartz, kind of diffuse the light. Thank you for looking at those, guys. Come on in, everybody. Like and bookmark the show. I usually go live every Thursday. I was trying tonight to just see how the Friday audience is. We'll see if this gets to, popular. So this one is one of my hundreds. And you can see it's a lot of the ironstone and very little of the opal, but still really pretty. And I love it because it feels like it's meant to be held. So this one is 100. Let me pull over the tray of hundreds. And this tray also includes necklaces. So we'll show the pendants next. So these are all a little smaller, but they have good flash. This one, I think, is a snail or a turtle. This one has a very similar theme, that maybe strawberry theme. Who knows? Hand carved in Western Australia. And these are 100. This one is amazing. I just love the carving on it. It doesn't have much flash, but the flashes are kind of getting blown out by the lights here because it's in all those seams. There's little green flashes in all the seams. And this is tiger's eye. There's some right there. There we go. There's some green and some blue. Fun stuff. Let me run the hundreds. And it's buyer's choice on that. Older opal, hand carved. I think this one is the standout. It does stand on its own. It's really shaped to be a palm stone. Has some nice flash. How much? These are all 100 each. Oh, the rough. The rough I would do for, I didn't calculate it. I'm doing polished for $2 a gram. So why don't we do $50? I'm sorry, $2 a carat. So we'll do this for 50 cents a carat. Let me weigh them. You want a little piece, or are you actually wanting one of the bigger chunky chunks? I love having these. They feel like suede. I don't know if you've ever felt Boulder Opal. I'm taking this over here. Okay. I don't know if you've ever felt Boulder Opal, but feels like suede. And this isn't polished. This is the rough, and it's just amazing. But let's weigh this one and we'll get a price. There's also this little slabby slab, which has the same type of pattern, but probably weighs less. So let's weigh one of these two. On carats. So 50 cents, this would be $50. It's 121 carats. So we'll just say $50. And this one is $100. But this one has a wonderful seam if you're actually going to polish it. This, what you can do is you can crack it at the seam and then polish it based on what you find. And that's where we get Boulder Opal cabochons. And so that's what they've done here. This was, that's why I like to show the rough, is that was that seam, and they cracked it along the seam and then polished it and got this beauty. I do need the light. Um, let's see. Well, 100 is the carvings and this piece of rough. And yeah. Do you want to look at anything else? Like okay. That's what I thought. Okay. No worries. And I love the questions. It really slows me down. I kind of get going sometimes. Another nice piece here is the pendants. So these are also hand carved to accentuate the opal. And then they drill a hole and it comes with the chain. This is just coated cotton cording, but the pendant, and it comes with the pendant. These are $50. Um, these two are 50. This one's much smaller, but it has amazing flash. Look at that. And that's what Boulder Opal can do. And like I was saying, I really do, yeah, I really do love the wearing them and feeling them because the ironstone is so grounding. I'm going to run the pendants. And then you have the flash of the opal, and the, the opal helps you balance all chakras. So it kind of gets you from the grounding all the way up to the crown chakra, and you'll feel more calm wearing it. That's the beauty of these. Now these two, like I said, were 50, buyer's choice. I do have a couple that are also corded, but a little bit more expensive. These two are these two are 80. So they're a bit chunky chunks, right? But they're beautiful. So this one looks like fireworks. Um, and that could be in any of that rough, by the way. I mean, that it could be in there. You just have to get in there and find it. Um, so nobody knew that was going to happen with this piece, but the fireworks is real. And then these are 80. This one just has a pool. Yes. Aren't they beautiful? Hey, Lisa. Thanks for joining. Now, everybody, follow the show. Bookmark next week. We're going to do another show on Thursday. Um, this one has the pink and blue with the green. And these are actually pools of opal that just has, you have to find the flash in it all. These are more on the surface. And these are pools of that opal. Hey, Lisa. But these are 80 buyer's choice, 80 each buyer's choice. If you wanted both of them, we could come up with a discounted price. And that's with anything. If you're going to buy more than one, just let me know and we can come up with a discounted price. I definitely want you to get, I want these to find a new home and somebody to wear these to love them. Thank you for looking at that. Now I have one last completed pendant, which I think looks like a ghost. Um, Not like a scary ghost, but more like Casper, the friendly ghost. And this one's 65, but it has really good little wisp. And it's neat is that, you'll be wearing this and somebody across the room will see these little flashes and think they've seen something weird. Subconsciously they'll be like, what's going on? She lighting up, she's lighting my life. I am living in a crystal paradise. I am. Oh my goodness. So funny. So let's run our 65 here. And they all come with the cord, cotton cord, but you could put any of your um chains on that. It's just a copper ring. Look at that. I want to meet the carver who decided to do that. We found the flash and he was following it, and then he realized that he couldn't do an actual oblong. But it stops here and starts back right here. So they were just following the flash. I am live only once a week right now. And next week it'll be Thursday. Um, do you have a preference for a day, Pepper? And then, of course, you can always reach out to me. I also have a website, mysticparcel.com. But this is kind of the show where I do everything before I list it on the website. You ready for a good shocker? Look at that one. This is like, oh my God. This is a dream. Let me get the light again. Look at that. This is a cloud and pools of opal, blue, rainbow. It's hard to keep it in focus. The camera doesn't even know what to do with this kind of thing. Yeah, this is 2000. That is 2000. And now while we're digesting the 2000, I will, I'm going to run it. I promised myself I'm going to run everything that I show. But only 15 seconds. If this one leaves me, I'll be so sad. But I do have a better one that I haven't even shown yet because I broke it. If I love it, it's okay to break it, right? I have to fix it. All these are pre-broken. I will break it eventually if you don't take it out of my hands, especially the ammonite. The ammonite's not safe in my life. Um, okay, so this one is only 250. So it's got to me a really good comparison to the 2000, but it's only 250 because of the size, and it doesn't have as many of the pools of sparkle. But this is all opal, a whole seam, and it will do similar things in the light where you have to catch the right light, and then the whole thing will turn into a rainbow. And it sits on its own, but it's also got this hole that goes all the way across to this hole. I don't think they did it on purpose, but you could string that as a chain and on a necklace. And it's 250. So let's run that one. I got these from the miner. His family has mines in Western Australia and Lightning Ridge, and then over on the Cooper Pedy. They're also getting the white opals and Cooper Pedy. So that's where I got the clamshells. I have some ammonites too, but I didn't. What would weigh someone yes, it would. It's a bit chunky chunk. Let's see how much it weighs. And put it to grams or ounces. Let's do ounces. Hey, it's just 3 ounces. Can you imagine wearing that all day? No, this is just something you want on your desk that you can hold on to when you're on the call, like Zoom call. This is a Zoom call, friend here. That's what this is. Put a chain on it. Well, it could be a belt buckle. And to me, this is the best carving. I don't know, Jean, you'll have to tell me, is this a woman holding a baby? I, I don't know what this is. At first, I thought it was a bear, but Trish is on. Hopefully, Trish, you see faces and everything. What do you see? I think it is a woman, and that's her back, and she's holding something, like hugging. Oh, ask Lisa. Okay, Lisa, what do you see? And this has those pools of blue flash here on each of these layers, then right here, and even right here. So they carved it to keep the flash. And you can see it's kind of translucent here, but when you look at it here, it's like super flash. You see a heart at the top. Yeah, like right here. Are you one of those people that sees hearts and everything? I love that. Well, you see faces. You see the arms and the belly. Yeah, so it is kind of Mother Earth, right? And the hair. See, I think this is hair. And this is her silhouette, Indian style. Anyway, this is this one's only 1,000. So to me, it's a more striking carving. And so if you're drawn to it from the carving point of view, um, it should be to me, maybe more expensive. But the opal, this is Boulder opals. We have to keep in mind the opal is more striking on this one. So 1,000. Are we ready? Only 1,000. Yes. The other one was 2. I know these are kind of expensive tonight. We'll get back to smaller things. I'm going to finish up with the boulders. But this is a beautiful display piece. It's striking. It draws eyes from across the room. I keep it up on one of my shelves up here with my petrified wood. Thank you for looking at this, everybody. Okay. We will go back. If the peppers decide they want anything, definitely let me know. But we're going to move on to the amethyst. So my sister, who's on here, Jean, thank you so much, said I needed to run normal stuff. So this is as normal as I can be. This is Turkish amethyst. So these are, if you can tell, it's kind of a dark mauve purple. That's what Turkey's known for. They're known for like really muted colors. This is kind of a taupey purple. Do I have alexandrite? If I don't. I don't. I mean, I have tanzanite. That's natural, so it would do the pleochroic thing, but I don't have alexandrite. So this is kind of more druzy-ish. These have little points. Nobody seems to have any. I know it's hard. The people who have it don't want to get rid of it. And this one is almost black. It is so purple, it is almost black. But that's what Turkey's known for, is this really deep purple. So let me get the little papers off of it. So I have littles, and we're going to start these for $1. How about that? And these I'm going to run for 20. So I've got 2 at 20, buyer's choice. And then we're going to start with just running for $1. Let's get a feeling for how it is to actually win something. We haven't done that in a while. Oh, can I do sudden death? Let's do sudden death. I haven't done a sudden death yet. Oh, somebody's going to need a Turkish amethyst. And these are from the mountains of Turkey, very similar to the area where we're getting the epidote quartz, but a specific like heat thermo radiation thing was going on there. Nobody else wants the dollar? Okay. Okay. Well, good. It needs to be in Pepper's home. Congratulations. That's wonderful. I was just struck by these. And I have another lot coming in that are amethysts from Egypt. And it's the same type, same mines that the amethyst that Cleopatra had came from. So it's exciting. I didn't realize amethyst was in so many places. I just knew about Brazil. Yeah, oh snap. Let's see if I can get a good color on this one. We'll do this one for $1 too. This is almost black. It's so purple, but you can see it still has the points. And the beauty of these druzy plates is each one of those is a termination. And so if if you're somebody who believes in energy and quartz and amethyst, these druzy plates are just full of power. Yeah, it could be kind of coated, but my understanding is that it's the it's just the way the hematite works with I'm sorry, the iron worked in this area that it just was very strong radiation. Let's run this one too. I thought I was doing a good job. Let's see. We'll do this one for $1 too. So this is the black piece. Oops. Peppers in. Just gonna have a little Turkish amethyst collection. Yeah. Let's see. There's one more smally. Nobody else gonna get in there and bid on the sudden death. Oh, I didn't do sudden death. I apologize. Congratulations. So this one's a little thinner, more of that traditional color. Um, yeah, more of the traditional, but it's still, a little bit more mauvey. Look at this one. I think this is the only one I have like this tonight. It's micro jersey of the mauvey purple. We're gonna do this one for 10. So let me run that. And these plates are really nice because you can just sit them on your bedside table. Amethyst is wonderful to help you relax and sleep. I'm on for another hour and a half. And you can always message if Kevin decides he wants the ammonite. If somebody else doesn't take it, it's all Kevin's. Okay, sounds good. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, these are really interesting amethyst colors. Um, let's see, since it's just us, you want to see something cool? If I can show it. I'm gonna have to zoom. Okay, too zoomy. Zoom out. I'm zooming. This is an anhydro Vera Cruz. Hey Sarah, thanks for coming in. Yeah, I was trying to show off my anhydro Vera Cruz, but have not talented as sparkly anhydros when it comes to showing these. Let's see how to do it. He does something like this. So glad to be here. I'm so glad you came. Y'all, everybody follow I Sarah Soul Spa. She does wonderful shows with reading. She's got all kind of crystals and health. Um, she sent in one of my purchases, Sarah, I hadn't had a chance to tell you, but this shungite like moisturizer thing, it's so good. It's like instead of charcoal, she used shungite powder and it's so good on your skin. To definitely look at Sarah's soul spa. Well, anyway, this is supposed to be an anhydro. I can see it in real life. I just can't figure out how to get. It's really big and it goes all the way along. Let's see if we can do it this way. Oh, you see it? I think I showed it. The camera didn't know what to do with it. There it went. Oh, I loved it. So I got this from Sparkly and Hydros. Everybody needs to go over and follow him. Um, Hello, Mr. Sarah Chef. How are you? Thanks for joining. Um, and we're going to list this for, let's see, I think I decided I was going to do it for 25. Vera Cruz has gotten very expensive. And getting the ones that have color more than just the tip has gotten really difficult. But with anhydro, this should be a $70 piece. And we're just doing 25 because I want this in your home. Somebody needs this to help them sleep. Somebody needs this when the dog keeps barking and the door keeps ringing, the phone keeps ringing. This is going to calm you down. Oh, I think you're right. I think it needs to be Jean. Thanks, Jean. Jean's my sister, guys, but she lives on the other part of the country, so she can't come, raid my crystal closet. Congratulations. Do you have it in hydro, Jean? Yeah, I thought this would be your first. Congratulations. So I have another cutie patoots. And this is a Veracruz cluster with double terms and quartz druzy plate. I've never seen such saturated Veracruz. I don't know if they've gotten into a pocket of the mine that actually has more color, but those are amazing. And then it's just the contact surface, so it's a quartz plate. And you'll get the stand with that too. I'm running this one for 30. The double term Veracruz is amazing to me. I mean, I've gotten used to it with the Herkimers, but it's still amazing to see. And I'm not used to Veracruz doing it. It's not common for amethyst in general because most of the time amethyst starts small and grows out. And so it's going to have a root and a tip. But these are free floating. Thanks for looking at that. Okay, let's see. Now, I do have, in case Christopher joined, Jean, I had a book and a took. South African cactus quartz. Christopher thinks these all look like penises, everyone. So we've got a phallus. Um, I know. I hate he missed it too. He was actually supposed to be here if I ran the show last night, and I had to move it because of my day job. But yeah, so maybe we won't run that tonight. We'll keep that for next week in case Christopher shows up. Anybody know what a Benitoite is and why it's exciting to have more than one available to sell? Do you want to know? Trish should know. I don't know if Trish isn't on. Benitoite in 1985 became the gemstone of California. It's from San Benito, California, and it is very hard to find because it grows in these very thin triangle layers. And this isn't gem quality. Let's see if I can get the black card. Where's the black card? This isn't gem quality, but it is absolute shape quality and formation and anybody who loves collecting quality. There we go. Um, these were collected in the 1980s. You can't, the mine's closed. They haven't found them there in a very long time. So I was very lucky to find migrating minerals. If anybody knows his show here on whatnot, who's also from Las Vegas, and he had bought flats. These were mined by is it Ben Hollowell? I'm gonna find the I have the card somewhere. The cards don't say his name, but I think it's Hollowell, and he is a very famous miner in California in the 70s and 80s. Yes, I live in Las Vegas. Um, but this one, and I have four of these size. These are $50. Which I don't think you can get anywhere on Etsy or otherwise. And then these little bitties, and I have three. The intention is to sell three of them. Are $25 each. So if you bought the lot, we would do it for 50. So 50 for the three, or 50 for one. If you want the littles, we'd run those for 25. That's right. You said you were coming over for Las Vegas. I didn't know what for. Okay. Well, we'll have to meet up in October. October's the best time of year in Las Vegas. Last week was horrible, the weather wise. Well, yeah. So you can see they're actual trillions. Let's see. Does anybody interested in the 3 trillions before I run them separately? I've wanted one of these Benitoites forever. I heard the myth of they existed, and I just can't believe that I found somebody who had a flat full of these little gem pots. But let's see if we can get some more light on the situation. Too much light on the situation. So they are translucent. I think they're 4 on a Mohs hard scale, so I wouldn't wear it. But it is tougher than wolfenite. I'm a wolfenite collector, so that's my point of reference. Let's try the zoom again. Zoom in, zoom out, zoom. Nope, not any better. Because it wants to look at my pretty fingernails. Oh, there we go. I got a black card. I knew I had a black card. I'm not a professional, but let's see how this works. Not any better. I should just keep them in the gem pot. I'm going to run it for 25 and see if anybody's interested in the smallies. But unless you find old stock, you will not find, especially Benitoite, free of matrix. It grows in Naturalite. So, zeolite, people, other crystals love to hang out with zeolites. This is going to be in Naturalite. And so most of the time you find it with a little speck, not the actual formed one of these crystals. But yeah, and so they are blue. I mean, they've been in a gem pot since the 80s, so it's hard to tell, but they are blue. This one's bigger. Maybe we can look at this one. Mm, they are translucent. Um, they have found it in other locations. Like I think they found it in Japan, but it's in the seams with Nature Light. It's not in the triangle shape. So those are 50. Um, and you can see it's a triangle inside a triangle. So, Jean, I think it's a record keeper. I don't know, Sarah, if you know what record keepers are, but I think it's a record keeper. I'm running it for 50. Benitoite, collected in the 80s by, I think, Bill or Paul Hallowell, and in that collection. Now, something else that was in that collection that I'm not selling, but I think is amazing and was also collected by Mr. Hallowell. Yes, you can always come back. And you could also message me anytime and I can put it in my shop. But I also got boleite. Have you ever heard of boleite? This is the same guy down in Mexico. The largest boleite ever found was 3 centimeters. And this is 4 millimeters. Most people, again, they get it in matrix and there's just a little speck of it, but it's blue. It's hard to show, but it's a cube. It forms in cubes and it's flashy flash, but you'll never see anybody who actually makes that in, any kind of gemstone. But it's definitely museum quality stuff when you find it. And it at least a centimeter. This is a little small for that, but this is, definitely a perky to keep. Baja California, boleite, collected in the 80s by Mr. Hallowell. Again, guys, this is the buyer's give tonight. I'm putting together a series on my website, mysticparcel.com, of Atlas tumble sets. This one is world, so you get a tumble from around the world. We've got quartz and rutile quartz from Brazil, shungite from Russia, malachite from the Congo, shivalingam for India, and Kambaba jasper from Madagascar. This is a limited series that I'm gonna start running. This is the first one, so I'm gonna give it away. When you get it, it's in a little case. It is a tumble stone, but so you want to take it out. Let's see, this one will come out, and it's got a little sticker. You can put it back. You can take the gum out off of it, but that's how it works. And then you can put it back. I think these are great for back to school education, or if you're just starting your gem journey. These would be fun. And so I think there's 10 in this series, and then we'll do some more from different tumbles or gemstones. I'm not sure what's next. Has anybody ever seen Tabasco agates? I know that there's a couple of agate guys on Whatnot who do their own cutting. But these are the most beautiful and tiny of the agate world. I mean, that is a legit, it was an agate. It goes together as this little nodule from Tabasco, Mexico. This one's fun if you actually do love agates. Collectors love these water lines because it just kind of shows where the water was resting for years. And then it wasn't growing anything more than these little lines. They can have parallax, but I've never seen a Tabasco with the parallax. Do you see the little lines? Now I'm selling these for between $40 and $50 on my website. But this little set has not made it to the website yet. So we're going to do these for $20 a piece. These can make really nice earrings. They can make a really nice pendant, one on top of each other, or you just sit it on a little plate and put it in your personal collection. Now, all of these are going to be 20, so it will be buyer's choice. The Tabasco agate is known for the red and green, so you can see the green outside. This one has blue banding and then white on the inside, which is unusual. I do have one on my website that's all quartz. So it has none of the green rind on it. But the green and red is classic Tabasco, and it is very Christmassy, right? So somehow an agate, when I look at it, I just think, oh, it's Christmas, the birth of Jesus. Let's run these again so you can now you've seen all the choices. $20. Make you hollers. Okay. Ashley's Crystals, thanks for coming in. Everybody, remember to follow and bookmark the shows. I'm going to be doing this I do this every week, usually on Thursday. But you'll get notified of the shows if you bookmark them. We also run a followers givey at the fifth purchase. We've gotten 3 purchases tonight, so 2 more, and we'll do a follower givey. The follower giveys will be anything out of this bowl, the bowl of giveys. We've got a crystallite eyeball, a yellow jasper mushroom. I love this bead. I don't think that it's real anything, but it is supposed to be the bead for a mala. And it's part green and red, but it's not real. And then we have fluorite spheres, orange calcite. So a couple more purchases, and we can run a followers givey. What else? What else? Um, we didn't run this yet. Also, for all those looking, yes, that is a 9-inch, 4-pound ammonite from Madagascar. This has to go home with someone tonight. Um, this is I'm gonna run it. I'm running it for 200. It's striking with the veining. This is what Madagascar is known for, is all this veining. And then it's got a coating of kind of a chatoyant shell where you get some blue flashes. I don't know if it's coming across in camera, but got blue, and there's some red down here. Double-sided, intact, full. I would pick it up and show it, but it's 4 pounds. And it should be between $400 and $600. I don't trust myself with it. I break stuff. So in my hands, it will be pieces parts, and it deserves a home that will care for it. So let me know if you're interested in the ammonite. Thanks for joining, everyone. Like and follow, bookmark the shows. We're about to run a Vera Cruz amethyst cluster. How cute is this? I think they call it a flower because of how it's formed, but it's got the traditional amethyst purple tips from Vera Cruz. That's what it's known for. And this back piece, which is hidden from the way it's actually positioned, but the back piece is the hero to me. It's a double term, floating amethyst. And again, I mean, I'm just seeing those come out of Vera Cruz recently. Never seen those before. And you get the stand. This came originally from Sparkle and Hydros. So please also follow his show. He actually really goes down to the mines and gets these, but he focuses more on the anhydros. And I'm running this for 45. It is a treasure. It reminds me of when I first started collecting. And Jean, you'll remember this as well. When we first started collecting, we found those amethysts that had all the points stuck together in these like flowers. And then we found out they kind of do that. It's manufactured. Well, this is Mother Nature. There's no manufacturing. So it's kind of nice to know amethyst really does do this. Yeah. Thanks for looking at that, everyone. And just to kind of go over, we have one left of the petroleum included Herkimer diamond parcel. This is 36 carats of Herkimer diamonds, and they are UV reactive because of the petroleum in them. All double termed. Most of them are super clear, even though they do have the petroleum. Um, yeah, and so I'm running these for 25. We had another one that had a few less of the crystals. This is the one that has the most crystals in it. So, um, if you've ever wanted some Herkimers that glow in the UV, it's kind of amazing. I actually have a collector specimen of a pocket of the matrix, and the matrix has all these vugs in it, and in the vugs are petroleum pockets, and then in one pocket is a little Herkimer diamond. And I thought to myself, I need to pull that out, and I forgot. But that kind of tells the story of how these Herkimer diamonds form and why they're included with petroleum. It's because they're growing in the pockets that were filled with petroleum before they started forming. So thanks for looking at that. Okay, so one of the things we haven't looked at yet in the opals are the cabochons. So we do have several cabochons. I guess I did show you that one. These are Boulder, still Boulder opal, but cabochon. This one is 100, and this one is 100. Now, this one's tinier, but look at that red. Eileen, thanks for joining. Come on in. The water's fine. We've got one more purchase until we run the followers givey. So the next purchase, we'll run the followers givey. Let's see. We're gonna run these. This is buyer's choice for 100. Boulder opal, for those who weren't here when we first started talking about it, this is ironstone out of Western Australia, and specifically is known for the opal seams. And so the lapidary artist, finds that seam in the opal and then shapes the stone around it. And ironstone's very grounding, whereas opal's very balancing of the whole all chakras. So it's really a wonderful stone to have as for jewelry specifically and to wear it. But red in any opal is desirable. It's the end of the rainbow, and it's hard for the spectrum to get there. Now, these are black opals from Lightning Ridge, different area. Again, we've got some red going. But with black opals, you want the matrix to be as dark as possible. And so this is in, I think, N1, which is the darkest. And this is N4, which is kind of gray. So the value of the stone is really in how the opal shines. With black opal, if this red would be on this, this would be, twice as much as expensive, if that makes any sense. But I'm still learning how to grade all these. But the blue is classic. And what's really neat about this one is the blue is on both sides. Oh, it's going to be hard to show it. But you've got the blue flash here. I need to get a microscope like Louise has on Sparkly and Hydro. But that blue is actually the opal flash. And because the matrix is black. And so it's got these, it's hard to show. It's got this blue and then this teal kind of flashy flash on it. I love it. But tiny, obviously. It's just a carat and a half. And a carat and a half, Boulder Lightning Ridge, black opal. It's $300. Now you can kind of see it with the plastic on it is doing a little better, but it's two-sided. It does that on both sides. So I don't know. We got to, I think I've got to put it in a little pendant. And then this one just striking with the red. The back side is just the dark gray, but these are not doublets or backed. This is the actual opal layer. And then the red actually goes into the matrix. So I did check because that makes it look like it's backed. I don't know if you know the difference between a doublet and a triplet and all that stuff. But what people will do with opals, black opals, not as much because the matrix is important. But they'll shave the opal down to where you get the flash, and then they put it on a solid dark matrix, sometimes a synthetic, and then they top it with clear quartz. And so there's only a thin layer in the middle that has the opal, but this is just solid. I am. So this one is 5 carats, and it's got the red flash, but it's not the deepest dark of the black opal. So this one is $450. So now we know how to price these things. I didn't run the 300 if anybody wants me to run it. But I promised myself I was going to run everything I touched, so I need to at least run something. 450. Lightning Ridge, black opal, red flash, all over. N4. Urban Gypsy. I love it. And Fat Guy in the Wild. I'm the fat girl in the wild. Nice to meet you. Come on in, everybody. Next purchase is going to trigger our follower giveaway. So, feel free to keep that in mind. We did have a request to run the fluorite sphere. So next week is our shaped and polished show. And in advance of that, I decided to bring out some of the shaped and polished. We've got some towers and points going around on the turntable. And I've got several fluorite spheres. So this is rainbow fluorite from Mexico, known for the amazing rainbows, beautiful colors. And some of these have the feathering. So the feathering is kind of a fracture system that happened in this specific pocket of rainbow, and will likely not be in any other rainbow fluorite that comes out of that mine anymore. And these two are 35. This one's got the green and purple and nice little wavy waves. And you'll get a little sphere stand. This one is almost, you would think it was translucent, but that's dark blue. Let's get the flashlight going on it. Yeah, I should have done that with all of them. Look at that flashlight. And these are 25, the two smaller ones. Yeah, so you can see it is purple and it's very translucent. But the color's really rich. So I just think that blue is amazing. Look at that. Love the spheres. Okay, so let's run one of our 35 ones with the whisper feathers in it. And I don't think I put the light on it. So let me run that 35. And if you have a lighted stand, wouldn't that be amazing? It would send all the colors out. Fluorite should not be dropped like that, but I'm not a professional. What can I do? I'm telling you, you need to buy this stuff or I'm gonna break it. Okay. And then thank you for looking at that one. Let's see if they UV. I know they do. Oh yeah. We got some UV action going on. Love Mexican fluorites. The Swan joined. Thank you. Hey, Brandy, we're running fluorite spheres. Next week is really my focus on polished and shaped stones, but we're doing a little preview with the fluorite. This is Mexican fluorite, rainbow fluorite, UV Beauty, and does a look, does just glow. So we've got green and purple. Thank you, Lisa. And that is Lisa's first purchase. Congratulations. And you'll get a little sphere stand with that. And that was our 5th purchase. So now we need to run the giveaway. And I didn't do a buyer's giveaway today. Dang. Okay. Well, I'm just going to pick somebody and send you a gift. But followers giveaway is going. And the followers giveaway is a potluck of whatever you want. So we have a lot of shaped and polished stones. If you prefer some rough, if you're a lapidary, we could do some of the opal, boulder opal, rough. Um, what else do I have? That's it. I tried to throw everything I could in here. Oh, that's true. We have one of these. Does anybody want a malachite stalactite? That was one of the buyer giveies last week. We'll put that in as a follower givey today. But this one's my favorite. It's the bead for the mala. While that's going, let me show you some aquamarine from, well, beryl from Maine. Did anybody know that Maine was known for aquamarine? I have lapis in polished towers. Do you want to see a tower in lapis? Let me pull that out in just a minute. Swan, I really appreciate you coming in. So this is aquamarine beryl, mined in the late 70s. I'm sorry, late 60s, early 70s in Maine. This is golden beryl from the same mine with black tourmaline in Maine, which apparently Maine is known for that, but I'm not from that area, so I did not realize. Um, but this came from a store in Maine that sold rocks for like 100 years, rocks and minerals, and they sold their store. So now we've got these great specimens for aquamarine and golden beryl. I kind of want to sell them together. And together I would sell them for 75, but separately they're $50 each. So let's run them for 75. If it doesn't sell for 75, we can run them for a buyer's choice at $50 each. It's a great American gem story to have, right? Oh, there we go. Um, and I've never seen golden beryl in this big of a chunk. It's very translucent. Thank you, Jane. And you'll get the collector card that I have for it too from the original store. Get in that giveaway, everyone. That's great. Thank you, Jean. Now, I do have another aquamarine. This one defies logic from Pakistan, where most things defy logic. Hey, Jen, thanks for joining. We have a follower giveaway going right now, so get in that giveaway. Bookmark the show. I do this every Thursday, Thursday night, 6 p.m. Pacific. I'm doing it tonight just to see if Fridays work better. So I might start doing every Friday night if you guys think that's fun. But what I'm showing right now is barrel from Pakistan. So this is a blue barrel, and it's a blue barrel and a blue barrel and a blue barrel and a blue barrel and I'm sorry, these are all aquamarines, and they're on feldspar. But look how they just all connected. Isn't that amazing? So we're going to run this one as well. This one is a should be running it for 75, but I'm going to run it for 55. I mean, completely gemmy gem, but the reason why this one's so amazing is just how odd it is to have a full line of barrel after barrel after barrel connected, fully termed. No, that doesn't work well. Gotta get a flashlight that's actually a little bit lower, don't you think? No UV. Thanks for looking at that, everyone. Next thing we have. Oh, let's see who gets the giveaway. Savage. Congratulations. Savage, what do you like? Do you want a malachite stalactite? Do you want a fluorite sphere? Little marble. We have lots of those. We have some rough calcite, orange calcite. We have what everybody needs. If you don't have one, this is going to you. Tree agate Christmas tree. Wow, Bruce, that eyeball just pops in your face. Thanks for coming in. Bruce the Moose. Okay, so no picking. So we're going to pick four. That's what they're going to get, this Christmas tree. Everybody needs a tree agate Christmas trees. No decorating required. So Brazil, tourmaline in matrix, honky honk, stands on its own. So if you have a table at your entryway, this is really good piece to have. Just put it your entryway. Tourmaline fights off bad energy. So if you walk in, it's going to keep whatever if you had any negative energy on you, it's going to keep it out of the house. If anybody else is trying to come in and do something nefarious, it's going to wash that away or keep them out of your house for some reason. But it is a big piece. So we're running this for 60. I'm just going to do 60. It's supposed to be 65, but we're just having fun tonight. Yeah, it's really nice. This is from Africa, not Brazil. The Brazil can be a little bit flakier. This is more tighter like a shoral. Which I appreciate. I don't like the crumblies. But if you get the crumbly black tourmaline, just put it in something by your door. Like I like little boxes and gem boxes and things like that. And I always put a little tourmaline in there. I actually have a big vase outside my front door. I like it stands 3 feet and there's like 3 or 4 pieces of black tourmaline in there. Always working for me. Okay, guys, do we want to look at any tanzanite? So these are tanzanite pairs of terminated natural tanzanites. And I don't know if you know how tanzanite's mined, but of course it comes from Tanzania, and they just blow up the side of a mountain and let it all fall, and then they dig through it. So most of the time, the tanzanite is broken into pieces. But to get terminated pieces, so to get terminated, translucent, super pretty, blue, but still got a little bit of the brown and purple in it. Very rare. So I've got three choices. These two have like a very dramatic little stepped piece, and then a terminated tower. And then this is just two almost purple terminated blades there. And these are $40 each, buyer's choice. So we're going to get that started. Natural untreated tanzanite pairs. You'll also get the little block. If you prefer, we could also do it in a gem box, but I didn't think they really show they need light to go through because they're so translucent and pretty. To put them in a gem box, you're kind of smothering them. But I hope everybody knows that tanzanite is pleochroic, which means that you can see multiple colors. And it depends on how you're looking at it. When you really have a faceted stone, it's kind of amazing. But unfortunately, when they heat them to make them super, super blue, you lose the pleochroism. But you see how, right? Okay, you see how here it's blue, and then here it kind of gets purple. That's part of it. And then there should be another edge where it kind of looks brown. Let's see if we can find a brown edge. That's kind of the brown side here where it says right there, you see? These are thin and subtle, but it's also the December birthstone, and I'm a December baby, so I love tanzanite. But I think I love the natural more than anything because of the pleochroism. I want to get one faceted. But these are too pretty to facet with the clear terminations. Thank you for looking at that, everyone. Now, is there anything in particular you see across the table? Let's do another table scan that you want to go over. I think we've run most everything, but we can always run some more. Let's see all the opals. We had, now I do have a big amethyst plate that's coming around in just a second on the turntable. If anybody wants to look at that, that is a Vera Cruz amethyst plate. So it's amethyst on quartz and calcite druzy. Let's grab it. It's painful. So if you want to beat your husband or your wife, I don't care. This could hurt somebody. Let's see. And the like really, really kind of sparkly is quartz on calcite. So the calcite actually glows in UVs. Let's look at it in good light first. So it's got a little bit of green hue, and that is epidote. It's obviously all from Veracruz, Mexico. Look how pretty those are. And so these are all beautiful tips intact. Even this little baby one right there is intact. I haven't broken it yet. So what I'm saying is that you need to take this home. I will ship it so carefully, but if it stays in this house, that will be broken. And I'll probably, put it in a givey one day, and I'll say, "This used to be on a Veracruz amethyst plate before I broke it." So let's run this one. I'm actually just running this for $90. I don't think you'd find this for anything lower than 150. Okay, I forgot to run the tanzanite. Who was asking about the tanzanite? Jen, were you asking about the tanzanite? Oh, and Mr. Swan wanted the lapis, and I haven't gotten back to you yet. Are you still here, Swan? I didn't even see this. Shirley was here. I'm curious about the tanzanite tinies. Yeah, I think so. I think that it could be set in silver. Let me grab them again. So you can kind of see. Yeah, I think they could be in a setting. I think they could be wire wrapped. They're very sturdy. Obviously, tanzanite's very sturdy. Um, it could be a ring. It would be amazing as a ring. I just wouldn't facet them. Yes, I think that not faceting, keeping them natural. You want a pair? You want me to run it again? I was running them. I can't remember. I can't remember. But I'll tell you what I am going to do. Buyer's choice, I'm going to do $40 a piece. And to me, these are the gemmiest, but these are the coolest. And while you are looking and we're bidding on some tanzanite, somebody get in there and get a pair. Yes, it's for the pair. I'm going to go grab a lapis tower. I may have missed Mr. Swan, but in case he comes back in, I want to have it. Plus, I should stretch my legs. Okay. Ammonite's gone, it takes up the whole screen. Wonderful. Which one would you want? Congratulations. Do you want A, which kind of has a twinned one here? B, which has like a mountain and a mountain? Or C, which is two little tabby blades, but super gemmy and blue and purple? First one. Oh, is it really your first tanzanite? So which one? One, two, or three? Yeah, that's a good one. Look like mountains. Oh, congratulations. I'm so excited it's your first tanzanite too. I have some rough. So I'm gonna put in a couple of rough pieces as well so you can play with those. Everybody who purchases is going to find some givey, the extra. Yeah, something extra in their package. I can't help myself. If I could give everything away, I would. I sell so I could buy more. Okay. So, I did get a couple lapis pieces. I don't know if Mr. Swan's still here. Um, but I definitely have lapis pieces. I have a lot more on my website. And so I definitely go to mysticparcel.com and take a look and peruse what's there. It's curated just like this in the fact that I don't have a wide variety of things, but I've tried to put together items that help you with either your collection or intentional living and the power of energy. Um, one of the two things we haven't looked at tonight are some Vera Cruz amethyst and hydros. I hesitate to show them because I'm really bad at being able to show in hydros on these cameras. Let's see if I can show it. We did show the one earlier, so maybe I can find it. But this is a Vera Cruz. These two, I'm just going to do a buyer's choice at $15. So whether you're buying it as a Vera Cruz point or as an anhydro, because I can't show you the anhydro out of my, like I said, I'm not a professional. I hope you just enjoy them. So let's see. But I did get them from Sparkly and Hydro. He's a pro and he was showing everybody. So they all have an anhydro. I'm just not able to show it right now. And Vera Cruz point for $15. You can't beat that. Thank you for looking at that, everyone. I want to run through these Boulder Opals again. We went through them earlier in the show. Boulder Opal is from Western Australia. It's made in ironstone, and the opal shows up in seams. So these are hand carved in traditional patterns. I wouldn't say, Aboriginal or First Nation, but they're definitely hand carved. And, the artist tries to follow the pattern of the opal and use more traditional patterns. And then you kind of interpret what you think it looks like. I see like a bug face or an alien face in this one, but I also think that they're just beautiful. This whole tray is buyer's choice at 150. I think this is a footprint in the sand, and what I love is that there's actually little flashes in these dimples. Let's see, and in this seam. This one is the biggest, and I think it's a fish. And you can kind of see how it sparkles. And that's why I love how the artist and then handled the opal. I think it really determines the shape. So I'm going to run this for 150 and then it'll be buyer's choice. We'll go ahead and continue to look through these while this runs. I do have a set that's 100 as well. This one is spectacular. And I think I was saying earlier, I think I paid 150 for it. So the fact that I'm selling it for 150 is just a gift, right? I want you guys to have one. So this is a flower and it's got the opal in the bottom and all the way up. Yeah, chef. They're kind of cool, right? What are these again? So this is Boulder Opal. And Boulder Opal is ironstone in Western Australia, where the opal grows in these seams. And so I have rough. Congratulations, Jean. This is what it looks like before they polish it. And each of these little seams of white are the opal, and these little dots are the opal. And so you get in there and you polish it, and these start to shine. And you can kind of see on this side that there's a little bit of flashiness. Now, Jean, which one would you like? We've got, let's see if I can get farther out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The rough is 50 cents a gram. The one that looks like a serpent, this one right here. No. See, you got to tell me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The one you said looks like an alien. There he is. Yes. Okay. Congratulations. That's a great pick. One more, and we'll do a followers givey. So next purchase will be the followers givey. Now, does someone want some of the rough? I did see that question from Lisa. So it's 50 cents a gram. I think we weighed this one before, so this is going to be 50. Oh, maybe I said 50 cents a carrot. That's a big difference. Sorry, guys. 50 cents a carrot. So this is $50, and this one's $50. This one is 100. I do have a couple smaller pieces we haven't weighed yet, though. If you want little pieces. Ooh. You want me to weigh one? Look, that one is already flashing for us. Okay, so let's weigh one of the smaller pieces. I gotta lay it flat. It is raining in Las Vegas, everyone, and thunderstorms. Oh my goodness, it's pouring down rain. It's kind of nice. The humidity was like 58%, which was kind of amazing. It's usually 3%. Okay, so this is a $20 piece. This is a $30 piece. And this one's a $40 piece. So why don't I run? Okay, so let me run the $20 piece, and then we'll go from there. So the $20 piece, which I think has honestly got the most little veins in it. Yeah, I think it does. Now, one of the things you can I was going through earlier was how with the pendants, you don't even know, you're just seeing what's on the surface. So once you start working the stone, you might find more. Like this one, I think is going to be amazing. Congratulations, Pepper. We'll put that with your stack. I'll run the next one is 30. That would be this piece right here. And this one's got great potential. What this one reminds me of is this one. See how it's got the green just kind of popping up everywhere? That's got the same type stone. And then this one has some of the green as well. So if you start working the stone, that's what you're gonna find in these little white spots. Great pick, Lisa. Okay, so we need to run a followers giveaway. Everybody get in the giveaway. And I'm just gonna, while we're doing the giveaway, I'm gonna run this last piece, $40. Well, the last of the littles. I do have the other pieces. I have a 50. I have two 50s and a 100. Wow, I did it for 4. Let's stop that. Don't bid on that. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't do it. $4. What can I give you for $4? We got some some tack. Here we go. Gem tack. Mineral tack. $4. No? Old World Collective. Thanks for joining. Okay, let's run this for actually $40. See, when it rains, I don't know how much, I don't know my numbers. All right, everybody, getting that giveaway. Now we do these shows once a week on Thursday night. We did Friday to just kind of test it out, but we've had a lot of fun. So maybe we'll start doing Friday night. Who knows? But if you'll bookmark this, I have a product in my bin that I always pin when we go live and when right before I run the buyer's givey. And so that would, if you pin that product, then it'll always let you know when I go live. Thank you for looking at that, everybody. Unfortunately, tonight I forgot to start the buyer's givey. So instead, I'm going to just pull it from everybody. I'll do it at random myself. And somebody will be getting the new Atlas Tumble Set World from Mystic Parcel. Ooh, we got a raid. It's exciting. Well, we already have a giveaway going, everybody. Get in the giveaway. Bookmark the show, follow the show, get in the giveaway. The giveaway is winner's pick from Fluorites. Who did the raid? Oh, thank you, Crystal Allies. So Crystal Allies is amazing. Shop, everybody needs to join those. They have these great shows on at 2 o'clock in the afternoon where they focus on one stone and give you like a full range. So if you're a collector and you just go at 2 o'clock every day, you're going to get a wonderful piece and build out an amazing collection. Thank you for a raid. Thank you for coming in, everybody. Bookmark and follow, get in the givey. It's buyer's pick. We have a malachite stalactite, which I may have gotten from Crystal Allies, and fluorite spheres, little marble spheres. I also have I don't even think it's real gem for a mala, which is my favorite. It's carved. We've got some malachite. I mean, we've got some orange calcite. So get in there and we'll pull that in a minute. For now, we're running Turkish amethyst. These are amethyst druzy plates from Turkey, the same area that we're used to getting the fairy quartz and epidote. We're going to run these for 25. I have 2 plates this size that we can do at 25. And then I have a smaller option as well. But since I have 2 at 25, let me give you that option. Thank you, everybody. Get in the givey. Only 7 people. And then the buyer givey for the day is the Mystic Parcel Atlas Tumble Set World, which is also can be purchased on the website. It includes a variety of tumbles from around the world, obviously. Okay, let's run a little bit. I know it's Jimmy Goodness, right? Let's run a smaller one. This one is micro drews. And Turkish amethyst is known for this color that's kind of a mauvey purple. And we're going to run with this one for 15. And just to kind of give you some measurement here, I can get the ruler up. I have pretty nails, guys. I can't pick up rulers. So what's that? 60 millimeters. Oh, Lisa Renee, congratulations. By 40 millimeters. So nice little plate that you can put on your desk, put on your bedside table. Thank you for looking at that. Okay, Lisa, you get to pick. What do you want? Would you like the malachite? Would you like a calcite? Orange calcite's really good activator. Oh, you want the bead? I know, it's so amazing. Congratulations. I'll get you that bead. Okay, so we just ran that. Now the last little Turkish amethyst piece I have, We can run for $1. I know you guys just came over from Crystal Allies. They were doing the $3 sudden death. Let's do sudden death, $1 amethyst druzy plate from Turkey. Not and look, the fingernails match. That was not purposeful. Ooh, get in there, guys. It's a nice old plate. And again, this could be something you put on a bedside table. It could be a desk. This would fit perfect in like the side pocket of your purse. All right. Guess I should have made it a shorter one, but thank you guys. Thank you, Jean. Congratulations. If there's anything you see on the table, we've gone through earlier with the Benitoites. Benitoite is the crystal of California and is from San Benito. Let's open it up here. These were collected in the early 80s by a miner named Hallowell. He was kind of known for finding that mine and mining it out. Um, it's very difficult to find them. They've actually found them in Japan, I think, but not at this quality. And then not without matrix, which is why I love these because it actually shows the triangle formation of the crystal. And I have this for $50. So you get one single piece for 50. And then I have three smalls that are $25 a piece. But if you buy all three, they're also 50. So let me run the Benitoites. And you'll get a crystal, and you'll get a specimen collector card that explains who mined that, when they were mined, that these are older pieces. I think that's really important when you're actually selling these to keep the provenance with it. And these are translucent. They could be cleaned up a little bit, but I try to be careful with them, and I kept them in their gem pots. Thanks for joining, everyone. Come on in. We're running Benitoite from California, mined in the 1980s. Small but amazing. Delicate, but not as delicate as like wolfenite. Is what I was saying earlier. You can handle these, and believe me, I have. Um, and I haven't broken one yet. Can't say the same for wolfenite. Okay. Anybody interested in an ammonite? This is a 9-inch by 6-inch ammonite, 4 pounds. It has an amazing markings in there. The veining is kind of what Madagascar ammonites are known for, and then the edges have the shiny coating on the outside with some blue and red flashes. I'm only listing that for 200 tonight. That is, it does weigh 4 pounds. It needs to have the reinforced steel stand, unless you lay it flat on a coffee table or something. But yeah, it's a bit heavy. But this is a $400 to $600 ammonite anywhere else today. I don't feel safe with it because I'm going to break it, and it needs to be in a house that's going to love it. So I want you just to have it for $200. I think I paid 190 for it. It's not. I just want somebody who was going to love it to have it. So let me know if you're interested, and we'll run that. I know Pepper's been considering it all show. I really appreciate that. Right now, we're going to run a Vera Cruz druzy plate, Vera Cruz amethyst druzy plate. These obviously Vera Cruz, Mexico, and I love when they're on the druzy plate, specifically this one. I'm running it for 60. I think I ran it for 65 before. Um, this is quartz, and then the amethyst is double termed, which is, I think, unusual. I might be wrong, but in my experience, unusual with Vera Cruz amethyst, because usually there's more septors where they're roots and they grow up to points, but these are doubled and sideways and attached to the quartz. And I think there's actually calcite underneath that. I guess I should have tried the UV before, but no. Okay. Thank you for looking at that, everyone. Tabasco agate, anyone? These are the smallest agates that have the distinct banding. They come from Tabasco, Mexico. They're known for the green and the red. They are adorable. Um, they're known for green and red, but sometimes you can have quartz filled as well. So this one is filled with quartz and has the water banding like you would see in a big, agate. It has green and blue. And these are 25 a pair. Welcome in, everyone. We're looking at Tabasco agates from Tabasco, Mexico. They are cute little pairs. And so you could put them together. They're little nodules. They've been cut in half and polished. They make great earrings. You'll also get the bases. So you could just sit it in a collection. But they also are used for jewelry making a lot. Hey, Jeff. Thanks for joining. Thanks for looking at that, everyone. Now, I do have a couple more pair, but they are the reds, and they are also 25. So if you had bid on them, you can choose. Whoop, not a professional. Okay, let's see. We do have these tanzanites. Ran those. Before we do that, let's do this one. Little bit of aquamarine from Pakistan, and it's aquamarine being crazy. Very transparent. Pakistan's really known for this, but what I thought was interesting is how they're all lined up. So this is not just one barrel. Let's see if we can get some kind of. There we go. You can kind of see they're stacked along a row. Isn't that interesting? It's a great little specimen. Super gemmy. And I'm running this for 65. This is out of Pakistan. You'll also get the stand and the collection card, specimen card that explains what they are. So this is on feldspar. Beautiful gemmy aquamarine. We had two earlier from Maine, which is another it's an unusual locality for aquamarine, but this is an unusual formation of it. I love everything unusual, obviously. Okay, thanks for looking at that. So this is tanzanite. Hey, Bam, thanks for joining. These are tanzanite, terminated tanzanites. I was saying earlier that it's really difficult to find terminated tanzanite because they mine these out of blasting, and so they usually break up. And but this is definitely gem quality, and then collector quality with the terminations like that. So here was a pair. We also have a smaller pair that has, I think, more translucent and gemmy blades, but this one has a double blade. So they're both $40, so it's buyer's choice. And we'll run the tanzanite You can also see the different shading in it. That's one of the properties of tanzanite that I think is so amazing, the pleochroism. And so you'll see that sometimes it looks blue, sometimes it looks purple, sometimes it looks brown. That's the pleochroism. And it depends on the angle of the light hitting the rock. Isn't that interesting? But when you heat it and make it into jewelry to get that dark blue, it goes away and it just becomes blue. So that's why you know it's natural and unheated if you can see the pleochroism. Thanks for looking at that, everyone. Okay, we're pulling out some Boulder Opal again. Anybody interested in some hand carved Boulder Opal from Western Australia? This piece is a $2,000 piece. I don't know if I ran it before, so I'm going to. Boulder Opal is the matrix is ironstone. Whoa, see, now it's too many zeros. Bid on it, please. Bid on it, please. Everybody bid on it. You'll get this and you'll get the mineral tack. Come on. No, no takers. I mean, that's a deal. The mineral tack and a Boulder Opal. And it went on for 30 seconds. I'm so sorry, guys. See, it's raining. It's not me, it's the rain. Tim Beck, thanks for joining. I'm going to run this Boulder Opal for the right price. It's still expensive, but it won't be 20,000 if you want it. It's only 2. What I was saying was the ironstone's really grounding, and it has a bit of tiger's eye and hematite in it. So sometimes you'll see reds, and sometimes you'll see grays and silvers. But the beauty is in all the veining is you'll find the opal seams, and that it just sparkles. And this one's just covered in it, so it's a little pricey. But even if you want just a smaller piece, I do have pendants and $100 pieces. So these are each 100. They have the same type of blue, but you can see it's so much less in there. But it doesn't matter how much of it is. It's just that it's there. It's surprising. It just subtle. It reminds you that you got the ironstone that's so grounding, and then you got the opal that's so balancing, and it's just running through the whole thing. So I'm going to run the carvings, the $100 carvings, buyer's choice. And then I'll show you some of those while we're running. This one's great. It stands on its own. It's got distinct veins of the opal. This could be great for a gift on for someone who's got a desk, someone back to school, needs to study. It also is a good palm stone. If you like to hold stones when you meditate, this is really what is nice for the palm stone. And then this one, it's a little bigger than the original strawberry turtle, but it's the same strawberry turtle. Thank you for looking at that, everybody. So I want to review the pendants as well. So one of the really nice things about ironstone and opal and the Boulder Opal is how nice it is to wear. So it feels like suede. The stone, even with that before you polish it, the rough feels like suede. And so, oh, look how that has purple on the very edge. And so I have 2 that are $40 pendants, and you'll get the cotton cord. So this is one. So they just drilled through, polished to get the blue flashy flash on top. It's amazing for $40. We didn't sell the other one, did we? Oh, it's right here. It clearly wants to stay with me. And then this is the other $40 piece. And it's smaller, but has super flash. Look at that. So let me run those. Welcome in, welcome in. Thanks for joining. We are looking at Boulder Opal from Western Australia that was hand carved into these beautiful pendants. And this would be buyer's choice. You get the chain as well. Buyer's choice, $40. Turn this one all the way around. It's amazing. And this one's got a little bit more weight to it. Oh, this one's got a really good flash. And with Boulder Opal, that's what you really want is the flashy flash. But, this one's kind of green. This one's kind of blue. So you can choose. Thank you, everyone. Now, one of the things I didn't run was this is basically I think it's supposed to be a cabochon, but it looks like a tumble to me. So I'm just going to run this one. This is a $25 piece. If somebody just wants their own Boulder Opal to love, I think this is almost the lowest dollar item, at least the lowest dollar item I have left in the Boulder, because we did have some rough earlier that was 20. Thank you for looking for that. Oh, we're still running. Yeah. Well, 25 is what I ran it for. And then, of course, everybody needs a shield. Look at that. I think they call this a kite in the shape of a cabochon, but I think it's a sheriff's shield. And this is 45. So whether you use it as a palm stone or a pendant, a bolo tie, this would be a big, good shield for a bolo tie. It kind of looks like a moose or a deer with those antlers. Little nose. I think the sparkle's at least showing a little bit more since it got dark outside and started raining. Well, normally I'd be running my buyer's givey for everybody, but I didn't post it this time. So I apologize. Um, I will do a random pull if you trust me, and I'll make sure I send out the buyer's givey to the buyers. Before we go, I want to run these clams from Cooper PD. Cooper PD is about 124 degrees year round, and they actually live underground because it's so hot. But the opals are just amazing. So they all still live there and they mine these opals. This is a fossilized clam that turned into an opal. I also have two halves. So the full clam is 100. The two halves are 50 each. If you get the whole suite, we'll do it for 150. So it's like getting one free. But first, I wanted to just run 100, and then you can choose the full or the two halves. So I'm loving the red, green, yellow. You get the full rainbow in this clam. And I mean, he lived like 150 million years ago and then became jewelry. So, I mean, that's a pretty good life. And then the inside and the outside of this one. And this is not polished, it's just cut. So you can still polish that up and get more flashes. So let's run the halves for 50. Buyer's choice. Haven't you always wanted a fossilized clam? And haven't you always wanted an opal from Cooper PD? Now you can have both for $50. And if you're a lapidary, you could polish this up. And it would be very, very expensive. I mean, you could Cooper PD opal is very, very expensive. No? Well, thank you for looking at that, everybody. I just, as you can tell, I get fascinated with things, and Boulder opal is one of them. My dad had always loved Cooper PD opals, and so I had to buy some of those too. This piece is, I think, did I say it was 150? 150. No, this one was 250. And this one's interesting because it does have a hole that goes all the way through it. And I don't know if it was purposeful, but you could string it and wear it. I'm not sure it would be super heavy, but it's a really nice piece that shows the beauty of the ironstone. And then it gets a little opal here, and then it comes over from here down. And it sits, so it could also be there. Some more seam there. So you could rest it on a desk. Thank you, Pepper. Get all the prices down. Now, I am about to wrap up the show. So does Pepper and Kevin, the Peppers, want an ammonite for $200? I'm going to run it. Somebody might want it. It should go home with someone who will love it and care for it. And I will pick it up because it's the end of the show and you deserve to be able to get a close up. There we go. Let's see. It's really close up. Let's see. Let's take the other side around too. Ooh, there we go. Oh, can you see the purple? Do you see the purple? Is it just me? Yeah, all that. So that's what the this edge does. It's iridescent. But it is a layer, and if it comes off, it'll show more of this veining, which is the light, kind of lightning bolt veining that the ammonites are known for. But it will flake off if you don't care for it gently, and I'm not gentle, so I'm worried about it. Absolutely. Absolutely. You can message me anytime. And then I am going to get more in. So maybe there'll be something else if you're interested. I have some coming in that are split. So this one's, intact. And so I have a couple that are split and show the inside. But this one I just thought was super special because of how big it is and the weight. Most of them, even when you see them big, are going to be like that size. So we've got a good extra 3 inches. 9 inches is long. And so that's 9 by 6. Well, and that is really my show, everyone. Please follow and bookmark the show for next week. Zoom, Zoom. There we go. Bookmark the show for next week. Next week is our shaped and polished. Now this is in the way, but we do have a lot of spheres. We'll do a lot of spheres. We'll do some towers. Um, I'll do some sets, like the tumble sets. That I like to do. I've got some moons and stars and all the good stuff. So come on in for our shaped and polished show, and we'll also have cabochons. I appreciate everybody being here tonight and all the nice purchases. I'll get all the shipments out tomorrow. If you have any questions, feel free to message me, and to check out mysticparcel.com in the meantime with all the goodies that I wasn't able to show tonight. Oh my goodness, an 8-pound partial. Yeah. Well, it seems like the flash flakes off. And so when you cut it, maybe that's part of the problem. Oh, wow. I haven't seen anything that big. Very cool. Well, thank you everyone for coming in. Have a good night. We'll see you next week. It was great meeting you. Oh, I didn't have, I need a raid. I didn't even do it. Oh my goodness. We're gonna raid Suzette. Suzanne. And I didn't even think to do it. But yeah. So let's raid.